for the first time in all of human history, we, as a species, have to make a decision. If we make the right decision, then the answer to the question you asked is, the economic crisis can truly provide an opportunity to make the right kinds of changes. What should we do? We should stop burning coal and without sequestering the CO2. The coal and oil companies have spent in the United States alone $500 million in the first 8 months of this year promoting a lie that there is such a thing as clean coal. Clean coal's like healthy cigarettes. It does not exist. It could theoretically exist. The only demonstration plant was canceled. How many such plants are there? Zero. How many blueprints? Zero. What we should do is make a one-off investment to switch our energy infrastructure from one that depends on fuel that is dirty, dangerous, destroying the habitability of this planet and rising in price, to a new global energy infrastructure that is based on fuel that is free forever. The sun and the wind and geothermal. There is a myth that the technology is not available. It is available. Concentrating geothermal power is competitive today. Wind is competitive, though intermittent, today. Geothermal is competitive today. We need in this country a unified national transmission grid, a smart grid with long-distance, low-loss transmission capacity to take the energy from the places where the sun falls and the wind blows to the places where the people live. And we need it globally, in Europe, in Africa, in northern Africa particularly. Let's start with Darfur. Darfur has more sunlight falling on it reliably than almost any other place. There's a belt across that part of Africa into the Middle East. We ought to build solar electric plants there and connect them with a super grid that goes across the Straits of Gibraltar and up through the Balkans and across the Mediterranean and replaces coal and oil. If the coal companies can actually sequester CO2 safely, then okay. But don't pretend to do it. Don't give us this this illusion, because that's what they did on Wall Street. The risk isn't there. Don't worry about it. Just keep on focus on the short-term profit. Well, we have a responsibility to those who come after us and to those who are suffering today to knit together a global commitment to solve this climate crisis and use it as a way to stimulate the economy in the right fashion, to create jobs, building these solar panels and building these windmills and insulating the homes. And we need to have an alliance between the groups that are trying to lead the effort to fight the climate crisis and the groups who are leading the effort to fight extreme poverty and disease. Because, as Martin Luther King said 40 years ago, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. In today's world, increased CO2 anywhere, in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, in Southeast Asia, CO2 anywhere is a threat to the future of human civilization everywhere. Fighting poverty and making this shift is an integral part of the answer to the climate crisis. Now, one final point. Today, the U.S. Congress is dealing with energy as well as they are, without debate and without a single hearing, preparing to lift the moratorium on the development of oil shale, which would vastly multiply the amount of CO2 from every gallon of gasoline. This is utter insanity, and it demonstrates that the wealth and power and influence of the entrenched carbon lobby to twist policy and to put out illusory impressions about this is overwhelming free debate. So we need to stop this. And you know, each year we have a great discussion here, and there's progress made. But it's not enough. It's not enough. We, the human species, have to solve this crisis.